to Grim Dawn Forgotten Gods. So hopefully all of you have purchased this new expansion from Crate Entertainment, and I have to say that after finishing the main story content, I'm very pleased. For the price and for what I was given, it was very, very good. The lore, the additional lore coming into Forgotten Gods is very good. I don't want to spoil anything for you in that regard, so I'll leave it up to you to actually read those little tidbits. All right. Now, I haven't started a new mastery yet, the Oathbreaker, and I don't intend to at the moment. What I do intend to do is try to find every little secret area possible that I can find. But how about we take a look at the game together? So right now I am playing, obviously on the ultimate. I'm not on my hardcore character, although my next plan is to either finish the game hardcore. Obviously, I think my character is 74 or something, so I would have to not die, obviously, and finish. I think I want to finish up until Ashes of Malmouth, sorry, and then jump into Forgotten Gods. Or I'll just start a Oathbreaker on Ultimate Difficulty Level 1. That should be quite a bit of a challenge. Now, for any new players that want to get into Grim Dawn, I know that right now it's on special, and if you're listening to this video at a later date and there's no special, that's fine. Grim Dawn base game, there's a ton of content for you to play. Crucible, that's really up to you if you want to get that. It's more like a little solo arena or multiplayer arena if you want to play with someone that you know, to challenge yourself in that way. Like about 150 waves, 3 difficulties. And then you have for Ashes of Malmouth. Now that one is it's a very good expansion, and I would totally suggest getting that with the Grim Dawn. But if you can get all 3 together, that would be perfect. To play Forgotten Gods anyways, you need to have the last expansion, Ashes, so do get that before even attempting or saying, why can't I play Forgotten Gods, right? Now, coming into the new expansion, we have some new factions here, and let's go take a look. So, what I like about the new faction system is that when you get into the game, you'll have the choice between 3 cults of the gods. So, for some reason, I just chose cult of this cult, Solael. I'm sorry if I massacred that. And what I like is that as you progress and you're killing heroes and champions and whatnot, the experience that you're gaining towards this faction, you're also gaining with the cult of Dreeg or Dreg and the cult of Bismiel, which I really like.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
This is Bismiel, and obviously you start off at friendly, and once you get friendly, and you'll be able to get these little runes, which can only be put on medals. So if we take a look at them, one is a for melee weapon, and the other one is a granted skill, and so on and so forth. You have your gear, and as you can see, level 65, it goes on to level 84, and obviously once you reach revered, you have your recipes that look totally amazing, plus the what's it called again, the augments for you.
Iron well
Now, if you're
spent.
looking for the token, it's in the first city, Conclave of the Three, and you go talk to this Asgra cult supplier.
See anything you like?
Just go to accessories and consumables, and you'll see Savior's Merit. And it says proof of vanquishing current terrors and earning ultimate difficulty status. Beware, entering higher difficulties prematurely will pose grave challenges. So that's what I'm going to do with my Oathbreaker. I already transferred one. I already made a character.
Iron well spent.
There's tons of new recipes and whatnot. Lots of secret areas. What I don't like is
I'll
that
keep your stash safe.
they only allowed you to have one extra item stash and transfer stash. Come on. Seriously, if you're a hoarder like me and you just if you have a bunch of stuff everywhere, I'm gonna have to start like making a million mules or just selling everything that's not really useful to me. But I would have been appreciated to have more than one for each tab. I mean, at least 5 each, right?
I'll keep an eye out for this.
If we take a look at the world map, this is how it's going to look at. You have the old one, which goes up to here. I kind of skip Ashes a bit, so yeah. And this is Corvon Basin. Now, I've done the major content already. Obviously, there's lots of hidden things, but let's go into here. And if we look at the map, Corvent Sands, what we'll have here are sacrificial altars. Alright, so what we have here is a sacrificial altar. Now, I've attempted to do this a couple of times, and let me tell you, I got my buttocks handed to me many times. So, fair warning, if you want to attempt this, you'll need a special ingredient that can be farmed via bosses. From my experience, as of right now, it's only with the bosses that have been able to get this component. But yeah, it is quite unique, extremely hard. Definitely worth a challenge. Now, if I go back to the city here, now there is something that has been added. It's called the Shards. It's called the Shattered Realm. So it's basically kind of like Crucible, except you go to shard number 1, and then you beat up X amount of characters, X amount of enemies, and you can pick up a Shattered Souls at the same time. There's lots of achievements linked to this as well if you are an achievement hunter such as myself. So that's a lot of fun.
The Shattered Realm spans eternity.
And there is a recipe.
I do the best I can with what I've got.
It's called a Shattered Waystone. So you'll need an Eldritch Essence, which spawns off of bosses, or I call them sub-bosses. So they drop from those guys, and it takes 1 polished emerald and an insignificant amount of iron. And what it does is the Shattered Waystone once offered incredible potential, enables Mazan to open the way to at least the 5th shard up to the 15th shard of the Shattered Realm. So obviously if you went up to the 15th, you can go up to the 15th and continue on up until that point. Now the developers said, it's absolutely impossible for anyone to reach the highest level unless they're cheating. Like, really? Come on. Gotta give it to us that, we, as players of Grim Dawn, we know when we have a challenge in front of us, and I'm sure some of us will reach that max one and be able to do it.
Let's see what
we also have
together.
Carvon the Inventor, so we still have Salvage, Dismantle, but we have an addition called Transmute. Whereas, let's say transmute a set piece into another part of the same piece. So let's say if I have, I'm trying to find if I have anything here. Let's see if it works with Mythical here. So yeah, so basically, I would put this. It costs 1 Eldritch Essence, 1 Aether Crystal, and 1 Polished Emerald, and it's 120,000 iron. I'm not gonna do it for a blue. It's totally worth this for me to do it because all my characters are like over 100. If you put that back, so this one is to get the same, a different set piece of the same set, and this one is basically transmute a piece into part of another random set of a comparable level. So it'll be a random set. It'll be something else. So I haven't actually seen what it costs. So it only costs 30,000 iron, scrap, and the same other materials, which is not too bad actually. If if you have a lot of the same things, it's I think it would be beneficial
Be
to a
safe
lot
out
of
there.
players, especially if they have lots of junk in their transfer tab like I do. We can try that out. Now, Verdict, is the game totally worth getting? Absolutely. Discount or no discount, totally worth buying. And I'm really hoping to see some comments and know how much of you enjoyed the game up to this point. And you will be seeing some more videos from me. Hopefully it'll be some secret areas. And that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I am back into Grim Dawn, and it's nice to be back. And on that note, I'll see you in the next video.